Thank you for joining me today. My name is Jesseca and I'm a Real Living advisor, certified bestology professional coach and instructor. And excuse me, for the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to be talking about self-care and how you can better incorporate it into your own life. So please note, we do have a longer and more comprehensive presentation available for organizations. So please don't hesitate to contact me or our REALiving call center to get this presentation scheduled for your employees. So let's go ahead and jump in. Self-care is the practice of taking intentional actions to care for your physical, mental, and emotional health to maintain well-being and manage your stress. And it involves activities that make you feel good and help you cope with daily life, and it's unique to each and every person. Examples range from basic hygiene and healthy eating to more intentional practices like exercise, spending time with friends, or taking a mental health day. Self-care is all about the little things that we do to rejuvenate and replenish and refill our reservoir. These are the things that we do often and regularly without really even thinking about it. And one of the tenets of real living is believing in your best. So I ask you all to think about those things that you do that bring you to your happy place, that really put you in your focus zone. For example, maybe you like to cook, and the process of chopping and blending and cooking is something that's really meditative for you. Think about those things that really get you into that focus zone. What activity gets you into your happy place when you kind of lose track of all sense of time? You know, we all have so much to do, and making the time to look after ourselves can really become the very last thing on our to-do list. However, we should never think that taking care of ourselves is selfish. We spend so much time tending to the needs of others that we forget about ourselves, and we often adopt the misperception that self-care is actually selfish. Well, here's the truth of the matter. Self-care is not selfish. The reality is that it refuels us to better take care of ourselves, to better take care of other people. And it's a lot like putting on an oxygen mask first. It's about maintaining our physical, mental, and emotional health so that we have the energy and capacity to present and be supportive in our relationships and in our responsibilities. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. And when your cup is overflowing with the byproducts of your overwhelmed life, you are incapable of being available for anyone, but most importantly, yourself. You need to replenish and fortify those reservoirs. And I want you all to think about a time when you tried to take care of others and fulfill all of your responsibilities when you felt empty or burnt out. You probably didn't show up as your best self in that moment, right? There are consequences to operating on an empty tank, including your physical and mental health. So you may experience exhaustion. You might have a profound fatigue that makes it difficult to really complete those daily tasks. You may have stress-related illnesses. There's maybe an increase of headaches or stomach aches, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. You might notice that you have sleep issues. You might have difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. And you may notice some mental health deterioration. So for example, that puts you at a higher risk of depression and anxiety. There's also emotional and social consequences too. So there's something called compassion fatigue. This is emotional exhaustion that reduces your ability to feel empathy and support other people. You might experience irritability and anger. You might become easily frustrated, sometimes directed at people that you're caring for. You may be experiencing the need to withdraw. So losing interest in hobbies and isolating yourself from friends and family. You might be experiencing resentment too. Those are feelings of, the resentment really is towards those that you're caring for. And ultimately it's impacting your performance and your relationships. It might be reducing your effectiveness. You become less efficient at work and in life as your ability to focus and problem solve really diminishes. You might start experiencing negative interactions. Your relationships can really suffer due to increased impatience and lack of emotional availability. You might have increased feelings of being overwhelmed. So the constant demands feel impossible to manage when you're not replenished. So there's a lot of negative side effects to not practicing consistent self-care. And I'm sure you identified with at least a few of the ones that I mentioned. But here's the good news. You have the power to start incorporating self-care into your life if you haven't been doing such a great job of it lately. So first things first, it's important to know the different areas in life that self-care should be applied to. And whenever we talk about wellness at Real Living, it's important for us to include the wellness wheel, which assists in holistically focusing on the whole person. Ideally, a healthy self-care strategy should include an activity that addresses all the elements of wellness in order to maintain balance and enhance well-being. So the wellness wheel actually consists of 8 separate elements. The first element is emotional. So that's the ability to understand and manage our feelings and adapt to challenges and cope with stress. Second is environmental. This is the awareness of the impact of your surroundings on your well-being and taking care of the world around you. And then we have the financial element, which is feeling secure and satisfied with your current and future financial situation. Intellectual, that's engaging in creative and stimulating activities that expand your knowledge, and this allows you to be open to new experiences. Then we have occupational. That's gaining personal satisfaction from your work or your chosen vocation. Physical, that's the health of your body, which includes nutrition, physical activity, and sleep. Social is building and maintaining healthy relationships and a sense of connection with other people. And then spiritual, having a sense of purpose, meaning, and value in life. So there are some types, a couple of different main types of self-care. The first is macro. When we talk about macro, think about the big picture. These are practices that require a significant amount of time, energy, or money. And the times that we use macro self-care is when we need a more comprehensive reset, like a long vacation, maybe to address those larger areas in life that are ongoing issues, like having just recently started therapy, or you need to build habits that require more commitment, like a regular gym membership. Then the second type here is micro self-care, and these are the bite-sized strategies that you can really weave into your everyday. These are strategies that are meant to revive and energize and refresh you. And when we use micro self-care is throughout the day to manage stress and recharge, or when you don't have a lot of time or resources, or to build a consistent habit of self-care. So examples of micro self-care would be taking a few deep breaths, mindfully enjoying a cup of tea or coffee, listening to your favorite song. Maybe it's stretching for a few minutes, or maybe it's writing down one thing you're grateful for. So if you're still not sure what type of self-care you could try, you can visit the Real Living Pinterest page. It's titled Upcycled Fitness Board and Make It Work Board. We have lots of boards on Pinterest that are fun to check out, including exercise and activity boards and crafting boards for adults and kids, mindfulness, organization, lots of different food boards like salad in a jar, dairy-free, leftovers, Instant Pot. We have self-care tips, wellness quotes, and inspiration. So coming back to the micro self-care, to get to the point so your micro goals are doable and realistic, remember that much of what you can do doesn't have to include any special equipment. Or if you want to do what you want to do includes equipment, then be sure that you know where your equipment is. Getting organized is also a form of self-care. Exercise is a form of self-care because it provides both physical and mental benefits, like reducing stress, improving mood, boosting your self-esteem. It acts as a way to nurture your body and mind by improving sleep, increasing energy, providing a healthy outlet for tension. So by reframing your perception of exercise as something to do for yourself rather than a chore, you can cultivate a more joyful and rewarding self-care routine. So, things that you could do is, hit the stairs, right? Take a walk on your breaks or lunchtime. Close your office door and start jumping or dancing. Walk or do desk push-ups, forward lunges, work on your flexibility with neck rotations and lower back stretches. Take a break for yoga, a few sun salutations. Always keep an extra pair of shoes in your car, just in case you need that physical reset. So switching gears a little bit here, nutrition is also a form of self-care because it directly supports your physical, mental, and emotional health by providing the body and brain with the essential nutrients it needs to function optimally. So making intentional, nourishing food choices can really increase energy and improve mood and cognitive function. It also boosts immune system and it helps manage stress. Meal planning is a huge benefit, and you're able to be more in control when you plan your meals out, at least for the week. There's no last minute grab and go decisions. You're saving time and eliminating stress. You're saving money, which is a big deal. Interestingly, Americans throw away about 25% of their groceries from lack of planning. So that annually is about $1,400 to $2,500 a year wasted. So another good suggestion here is to sit down and eat without any distractions like TV or, at your desk. Really try to enjoy that meal time and fuel your body and mind properly. So practicing self-care at the end of the workday is crucial for preventing burnout, reducing stress, and improving both your professional and personal life. It allows you to disconnect from work. It helps you to recharge mentally and emotionally, get that energy back up, and it sets yourself up for better focus and productivity the next day. So by decompressing, you can avoid the negative effects of chronic stress, such as exhaustion and reduced performance. So to practice self-care as your workday ends, disconnect digitally. Move your body with a walk or stretches, tidy your workspace to create a clear boundary between work and personal time. Maybe engage in relaxing activities like listening to music, meditating, or journaling to unwind and process your day. Prioritize a healthy evening routine by preparing a healthy meal and staying hydrated. Healthy self-care bedtime rituals involve creating a relaxing routine that include dimming lights, avoiding screens, and engaging in calming activities like reading and gentle stretching or taking a warm bath. Other beneficial rituals include meditation, journaling to clear your mind, and enjoy a warm, non-caffeinated beverage while maybe also preparing your sleep environment to be cool, dark, and quiet. So putting this into practice, how do we start incorporating this into our life? So to commit to self-care, start by scheduling activities you enjoy and setting boundaries to protect your time and energy. Prioritize your physical and mental well-being through sleep, exercise, healthy eating, and find time for activities like mindfulness, journaling, or hobbies. And remind yourself of your why for practicing self-care, to stay motivated, and remember to ask for help when needed. That's a sign of strength. And create a sustainable plan. Write a commitment statement about why self-care is important to you with specific intentions and why you will practice them. Schedule your self-care. Treat your self-care activities like any other appointment by scheduling them into your calendar or diary. Things that are scheduled are more likely to happen. Lower your expectations. If you're feeling overwhelmed, give yourself permission to do less. Simple meals and a less than perfectly clean house are acceptable when you need to conserve energy. Start small. Don't wait for a better time to begin. Start with what you can do today, even if it's just 5 minutes of quiet time. Practice self-compassion and boundaries. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with the kindness and compassion that you would offer a friend, and acknowledge your emotions without judgment. Learn to say no. Set clear boundaries in both your personal and professional life by declining requests that will drain you. Saying no is an important form of self-care. Distance from negativity. If a person or activity consistently drains your energy, distance yourself from it. Disconnect from technology. Set aside specific times to unplug from screens and engage in non-digital activities that nourish you. And incorporate physical and mental activities. Prioritize your rest by getting enough sleep. Take naps when you're tired if you can. Avoid pushing yourself past that point of exhaustion. Nourish your body. Eat balanced, healthy meals. Stay hydrated. Do that gentle exercise like walking, yoga, stretching, which can all significantly boost your mood and health. Engage your mind. Practice mindfulness. Again, meditate, journal, or do some mentally stimulating activities to care for your mental health. And connect with others. Spend time with supportive people. Don't hesitate to talk with friends and family or a trusted professional when you need support. And seek professional help when you need to. Remember, that is a sign of strength. Asking for professional help is a form of self-care. Therapists and coaches can provide valuable tools and support, especially during challenging times. And you have an incredible EAP that provides you with all of this at no cost to you, so why not? Before, or actually just a reminder, since it would be a logistical nightmare, I'm asking that you email me, if you're able to, your commitment to self-care. And I'll hold it for about 30 days and then return it to you. And to sweeten the pot, REALiving will provide a few prizes for those who get these back by 12 noon tomorrow. So I'd like you to fill out in an email form exactly what you will do to address your self-care, what commitment will you make, what practices will you do within the next 30 days. So please send those responses to me. That would be great to hear from you. And are there any questions from anyone? And just a reminder, this is a shorter variation of our Fitting in Self-Care full presentation. So if you're interested in having REALiving come and present that to your group, please let us know. We'd be happy to do that. Any questions?
Excuse me, I didn't catch your name right at the beginning.
Yes, my name is Jesseca Erb. Sorry, guys, I'm not Gina. Gina got called away today on an important matter, so I took her place.
Thank you. You did a wonderful job.
Thank you so much, Stacy. Are there any other questions? Very good. Well, Gina will be sending out this recorded link if you want to review any of the materials, and again, reach out to us with any questions that you have in the future. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.